You look good.
And I go, agua.
I took like a 1-week hiatus from watching this show because I was thinking to myself, maybe I'm being too harsh on people. Maybe this is just like an over-analyzation of a couple going through the worst moments in their life that has been televised to 1 billion plus people, and I am one of those people that's over-analyzing it. That's what I was thinking. And then clearly 50 Cent showed us the way. He said, actually, we can all be better haters. We can actually do a lot more when we fucking hate someone. Now, here's the difference. I've never met Yang Zi, but I just know that I have a torch of hatred that I carry on a daily basis for this man. I have no other way to explain it. The sky is the limit. I want to see this man be tortured, not actually, just mentally, just psychologically. I want to see a man in despair. I will not be satisfied until he is rolling on the ground, flipped upside down like a little cockroach, begging for Eva's forgiveness. That's it. That's all I have to say. So this is part 2 of the Chinese celebrity divorce show with the Yang Zi and Eva couple. We've already went through Mai and Lee, and that was a whole ordeal. I get so tapped up by watching her. Like, if I see her communicating for more than 3 minutes on the screen, I have to take breaks. But now we're on Yang Zi. Part 1, if you guys don't remember, let me give you a refresher. Yang Zi is the definition of a performative man. I don't even know the definition of that word anymore because it's just been dragged through 20 different levels of discourse that I genuinely, but he's so performative. He's the type of guy that sits there and is like, are you cold? Are you cold? He's asking everyone if they're cold. Nobody's fucking cold except for his wife because everybody's wearing a puffer jacket and she's just wearing a thin tank top, and like, that's not her fault, but he doesn't ask her. He only cares that everyone else sees him as a cool guy, as a cool man. I don't understand people like this. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that TikTok recently that I saw. And it was a guy and he was like, hey, if you ever show your guy friends a picture of the girl that you're talking to and they think that she's not hot, and then suddenly you behave differently around her, you're gay. And that was like that was it. That was the whole TikTok. And then everyone's like, that's so true because they're not the ones that are going to be like doing stuff with her. You are. So like, why would you fumble your own bag just because you're guy? That's Yang Zi. Anyway, let's get into it. Here's a general rule of thumb. If you were going to ask me, hey, do you like this? Like out of nowhere, do you like croissants? In my brain, I'm thinking, are you about to offer me a croissant?
Yeah.
Are you going to buy me a croissant one day? For Christmas, did you get me like a croissant themed bag charm? Like, I'm going to be thinking this is going to come back.
Honey, do you like Van Cleef?
No. So especially if it's something in your hands, I'm going to expect you to share it, especially if it's something that is semi-affordable. Obviously, if you've got a Chanel bag in your hand and you're like, hey, do you like Chanel bags? I'm not going to be like, oh, I expect you to give me a Chanel bag. But if you've got sour candy and you say you like sour candy, I'm going to be like, yeah, I would love a piece of sour candy. It's economical, such as canned fruit. And these are like millionaires, by the way, okay? Yang Zi is in an RV with the 2 other husbands. Because remember, this show is 3 couples, 3 celebrity couples that are working on fixing their relationship. Please refer to Mai and Lee. Lee is quiet singer who is getting bullied by his mommy wife who won't take a fucking chill pill. She's the type of person. Every time I think of my blood pressure goes up. She's the type of person that like 2 seconds later will be like, wait, why did you say that I look good today? And then you're like, no, I just meant like you look really good today. So what about yesterday? And then you're like, okay, I think that she's joking. So you're like, I mean, of course you look good every day, but she's not fucking joking. And then she's going to bring it up tomorrow. And then you're like, wait, what's happening right now? Like I gave you a compliment and I'm getting punished. That's Maya and Lee. And then you've got chill husband and chill wife. They're really chill, except periodically they will get into screaming matches in the car with each other. But like overall, compared to the other 2 couples, they're chill. And then you got Yang Zi and Eva. Yang Zi, I don't know what he does. He's a Nepo baby. Eva is a Chinese actress. She's very good. She's talented. So Yang Zi is in the RV with the 2 other husbands, and they're all traveling to the next destination. And he's got these 2 glass jars of canned fruit in front of him. And he asks the chill husband, you like canned peaches? Chill husband is staring at the two jars of canned peaches. By the way, Lee's not even in the frame. So he's in the RV. He's just not looking at the canned peaches.
Who's driving?
Not Lee. Not Lee. It's like a producer. They're giant RVs. Yeah. And so then he's like, I when I was sick as a kid, I would live off of canned fruit. So every time I was sick, I would get canned fruit. Okay. That is a very sentimental story. Okay. Yangzi pops open one of the cans and he's like, oh. Gulps it down in one fucking shot. Who the fuck even drinks canned peaches? It's not a beverage. You're talking about when the peaches are halved or quartered, they're giant slices. He's just gulping it down like a beverage. You have to chew these things. He's not chewing. It's just a gulp. Like he's one-shotting this. I didn't know that we're showing off our gag reflexes. I don't know what's happening right now in this RV full of guys, okay? It's like when guys swallow an entire, this was like a thing on TikTok, when guys swallow an entire oyster, like full. Okay, first of all, I don't know who developed that. I feel like that's a very American thing. It's very American to not chew a live oyster. Like, I don't know, they made it a sexual thing. Like, Americans make everything sexual. And I'm American, I was born here. But they do this thing where they're like,
okay, this is how you eat an oyster. You get the oyster, you put Tabasco, lemon, cocktail sauce, and then you let it slide down your throat.
And I'm like, no, you're supposed to chew it like any other food. Are you not? Am I mistaken? Am I unsexy? Am I so not sexy enough for oysters? I'm pretty sure you have to chew. But then the guys, of course, they took it and they ran with it and they ruined it. So then you saw a bunch of guys on TikTok who were like doing the, they'd be like squirting the lemon juice. They'd be like patting the oyster. And then you're like, okay, what's happening? And then they'll like gulp this giant oyster that's as big as my fist, right? And I know that they're trying to appeal to a female audience. But sir, what does that have to do with me?
How is that appealing to female audience?
Because that's the vibe they give. Like they're trying to be hot for the girlies, right?
Like a thirst trap cooking.
Exactly. But in my head, I'm like, what could this possibly have to do with me? There is nothing that you could gulp from me. Like that is strictly, I think you're the wrong target audience right now. You're hitting the wrong people right now. I don't know if you know that, but I'm just letting you know.
Maybe they do know that.
Ooh, okay, you're right. Not everything's about us. You're so right. So then he's like, yeah, okay, this canned peach, gulps it down in one shot. The chill husband is just watching him. And then he's like, oh yeah, Yangzi is like, oh yeah, kids love this shit. Because, he was like, when I was a kid, I would eat canned peaches when I was sick. Then he pops open the second one. I'm thinking he's gonna give it to chill husband, like, here you go, right? Gulps it down one shot, sharing absolutely zero peaches with chill husband. Nothing. Not even a little bit of fructose for chill husband. Chill husband is so flabbergasted that he actually remembers this incident way later and he recreates it. He fucking incorporates this shit into his storytelling. That's how taken aback this man is. Let me tell you something. If I am eating dinner with my family and I am so shocked at someone's behavior that I have to get up out of my chair to recreate the incident and visually act it out for my family members, I just want you to know, I will never forget what you did to me. I will never forget this story. This is a moment that I'm taking to the grave. It's singed into my brain. That's what chill husband does. He's like explaining to chill wife and he's like,
like at home at night?
Yeah, he's like doing the hand, drinking the peaches. He's like putting his hands in front, like drinking a peach. Like,
what did the wife say?
The wife is just giggling. The wife is just giggling. Okay?
Damn.
It's insane. And then later, Yangzi is trying to explain his side of the story because the story starts going around that like he's not sharing his canned drinks or peaches, canned fruit. And he says, well, I thought this was a self-serve. Like, why am I have to serve everyone on the RV? Like, what do you mean? This is a self-serve. And then chill husband is like, well, how am I supposed to self-serve when there were only 2 cans of canned fruit in the entire RV and you gulp them down one after the other? I can't even self-serve myself any fruit. So what are you talking about? They get to their next destination. Remember the traditional Mongolian dance where Mai is dancing with the traditional dancers and she doesn't notice that Eva is also dancing, and then Mai blames her husband for not stopping her from dancing. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you recall that? So this is like the Yangzi and Eva perspective. After that whole dance, they sit down and they're eating this very awkward lunch. And Yangzi just decides that he is going to Melania Trump this shit. Just fuck it. You know that Melania Trump CNN video? Was it CNN? I don't know if it's a meme. Regardless, it's a meme, okay? Where it's the whole Trump family and they're sitting down. And then I think you see, is it Anderson Cooper? I'm pretty sure it's Anderson Cooper. And he's asking them questions. And then on the side, you just hear, hello?
In the course of this campaign that you
Hello?
Melania, is there
It's Melania and Trump. I feel like it's got to be edited. Like, there's no way this is a real clip. But she just goes, hello, okay? And that is exactly what Yangzi does. He just goes, hi.
Hi.
Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Everyone's eating. It's quiet. They're enjoying their food. And you hear, hi.
Wait, what happened? He's testing his mic or what?
No, he just says, hi. We don't know why. So everyone slowly turns to look at him. And he says, oh, it's a local custom.
To say hi?
Yeah, and people are like, what? And then he goes, yeah, so you're supposed to shout, hi, after like a really good meal. And everyone's looking, and Chill Husband is looking, and Yangzi goes, you can ask Chill Husband if you don't believe me because he's from this area. And he goes, oh, no, we don't do that. I've actually never fucking heard that in my fucking life, okay? And Eva laughs and just tells him bluntly, your humor just falls flat here. Like, no one gets your sense of humor here. Nobody is giving Yangzi the reaction
That's
that
like
he's
the
wanting.
nicest comment to give too.
She's so poised.
Yeah, that's not even a diss. That's almost like she's helping him. Like, yo, your humor didn't land.
Yeah, like, it's not you. It's
Yeah.
them, right?
Yeah.
But no, it's fucking you, Yangzi. Okay, and he's so confused. And Chill Husband starts cracking jokes. Like, don't keep telling jokes. The more you talk, the more fans you're gonna lose. And like, his humor doesn't fall flat. Everyone's trying really hard not to giggle. And Eva is later so happy. She's like sitting in front of the producer's camera and she's telling them, usually their friends, whoever they're hanging out with, will always entertain Yangzi jokes. You know, they'll giggle, they'll laugh. But this is a type of situation that's very rare. He's never been involved in something like this. And she says that she's very happy about it. She says that watching him struggle to make people laugh, it makes him seem very vulnerable.
Excuse me?
And she likes it. And I said, bitch, I don't know who's crazier.
Too good.
Sometimes it's like Eva is so classy that she's crazy. Like, so classy to the point where I'm like, you're unhinged.
This is so good.
Yeah, so then at this point, I'm like, you know what? I would love that too. If my husband was Yangzi, I would want to see this man suffer. I would want him to be a snail that just someone sprinkled one flake of Maldon flaky salt on top of. I want to see you squirm, bitch. Okay, that's what I want. But then she'll do like a 180. She'll turn right back around and go, and that, I love when he shows his weakness. I think it's really cute. Huh? And I'm like, wait, what's happening? You keep losing me. Netizens are flabbergasted. All of the live comments are like, we've been watching for 3 hours and then all of a sudden you just forgive him because he's not funny? I don't understand this logic. One comment reads, I'm the only one at this point that's interested in their marriage. I'm part of their play. It means like they're putting on a show, and I am a fool for being part of their play. I'm a side character. I was rooting for them, and you turned me into a side character. Okay? Some people say they have more money than they can spend, and somehow we still feel bad for them. I shouldn't feel bad for them. I should feel bad for me. I don't have love, nor do I have the money, okay? And so then at that point, they go back into the RVs after this whole really uncomfortable lunch. And this is when they bring up the peached can thing. Because Eva, she starts looking around and she starts going, wait, where are my canned peaches?
Oh.
And the girls have no idea what's happened on the other RV. And so the girls are like, I don't know what you're talking about. What canned peaches? And she's like, oh, well, Yangzi bought me canned peaches, but I guess
Young's bought it for me? What?
Yes, he was telling her at the store, I bought you canned peaches.
That's crazy.
Because you loved canned fruit.
Oh my
And she was all like,
God.
aw, thank you so much. And she thought it was this heartwarming, endearing moment. And then he never gives her the canned peaches. He takes it to the guy's RV and then proceeds to fucking chuck them in one gulp without
Oh my God, this guy is
anything.
crazy. Like, that's worse than not even buying it.
Yeah.
It's like bringing someone's hopes up and then crushing it.
Yeah, this is giving, you ever have those people that's like, hey, I brought you this Korean fried chicken because I know you love Korean fried chicken. And then they unwrap it and then they eat like 70% of the Korean fried chicken. And then you're like, oh, so you didn't buy me fried chicken. You bought yourself fried chicken, which is fine. It's fine. But it's just like, you didn't have to say you. Like you could have said, I bought us fried chicken so we can eat fried chicken together. But it's like when they do a whole show and tell of like, I bought you fried chicken because remember last time I remembered that you love fried chicken and like, thank me. And then they eat all the fried chicken and then you go, there was not a problem.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it was
yeah.
the setup.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
setup is the
But
problem.
Young's is worse because he
Yes.
ate 100%.
Yes. Yangzi is worse. So much worse. It's like if I were to say, honey, I bought you this Dyson Airwrap. Look at the head on your hair. You're not going to fucking use the Dyson Airwrap now,
Look
are
at the
you?
head on my hair.
Yeah, like you're not going to
You mean look at the hair on my head? I'm like, what? The head on my hair.
You're not going to use it.
Oh man.
As much as I use it, it's giving that. Okay. So later that day, remember how Mayan Lee has the photographer that come in and they show them the pile of clothes that's displayed on the projector screen. But it's not just a pile of clothes. It's like the silhouette of their wedding picture, but it's also, it opens up the massive clothes gate. Do you remember?
Yes.
Where Maya's like, I never have room for my clothes. And then he's like, okay, well, we're moving, so you're going to have room for your clothes. And then she's like, I never have room for my clothes. And then she would just get so mad at him that he threw away all of his clothes. And then now she wants to be like, I don't know why you did that. You're so unhinged. It was just a whole thing. Well, Yangzi and Eva, they have their own photo shoot. And instead of a pile of clothes, it's this massive seesaw, like a metaphor on how to balance life. And they get there and there's this beautiful photographer there who greets them. Eva is sweetly greeting her back and Yangzi hits her with a hello, we meet again. And everyone's confused. Eva's confused. The producers are confused. The panel of celebrities who are commentating are confused because they're like, what's going on? And also it's like weird. It's a weird thing to say. And so she looks alarmed. Eva looks alarmed and Eva asks, when did you meet her? Oh, I never did. I just said that off the cuff. He's just saying like, I was just fucking around.
What?
Yeah, no one gets it. It's really uncomfortable.
Okay, benefit of the doubt is that when you said that, I'm like, okay, he does have 35,000 contacts on his phone. Maybe he knows so many people. His default when he meets someone is like, hey, good to see you again, because he literally don't remember these people.
Because he knows all of China.
Yes. Because sometimes, like, you know, just want to be sure. Like, sometimes when I get on a Zoom call, I'm like, good to
Nice.
see you.
Good to
Good to
see
see you. Like, I don't want to say nice to meet you. Like, you know, it's like you're
Yeah.
not, man, did I meet you? Have we seen each other? You know, maybe that's his default.
I don't know.
So you feel like they have history? Or?
No, I don't feel like they have history.
Oh, okay.
I feel like he's weird. He's weird.
What does that mean?
Because I feel like he's flirting.
Oh.
Because once they start with their photo shoot, the two of them are sitting on the giant seesaw and the photographer is like asking them how they feel about this and if they see some sort of metaphor in the seesaw. And Yangzi immediately is like, are you married?
To the photographer?
Yeah.
How old is the photographer? Is it?
Young, she looks younger than
Oh.
Eva. And I don't think it's like particularly creepy, but she's just like, oh, I'm not married. What year were you born? 1997? So do you have a boyfriend? And it's like,
What?
it's okay. The reason that I think it's weird,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I'm just used to you like not saying a word to anybody. But I feel like if you're talking to anyone, guy or girl, doesn't matter. I feel like your attention is still on me or you're involving me. But the fact that he's like sitting there so locked in, like, are you married? What year were you born? 1997? Do you have a boyfriend yet?
Yeah, why is he grilling?
No one knows. It's just really weird. It's almost like Eva's not even sitting next to him. And I feel like these types of questions are really weird to ask. I don't know. These types of questions I've only gotten from like creepy old men.
Or the energy I feel like is like a Chinese auntie who's trying to match them with their niece or nephew.
Yeah.
Like, how old are you?
But
what
no.
year? You graduated? Single?
Yeah.
What's happening?
It gets so uncomfortable that Eva has to jump in and goes, hey, you're just here to take pictures. You're not like an interviewer. Why are you asking her so many questions? Leave her alone.
Damn.
I need to know her to see, you know, how she can create art for us.
What?
And she's like, what are you talking about? And like, that's crazy because Yangzi is not an artsy fartsy person. Like, this guy is decked out in Supreme is the vibe he gives me. I'm sorry, you can be artsy, decked out in Supreme, but like, you're also, you just don't strike me as the person, as the guy. Okay, when you're middle-aged, decked out in Supreme, and you've got kids, I'm sorry, but you do not strike me as the type of guy that's like, oh no, I'm like really invested in every project that I do. And so I just want to see the creative process. And so I want to get to know everybody so that we all have rapport, so that we can create the best project that we can. You don't give me that vibe, okay? He gives me like take a picture of me. Are you getting my spiky hair? Do I look younger than I am in my picture? Like, that's the vibe he gives me. Like, what do you mean? And so everybody looks very confused and they look very uncomfortable because it's not making sense. Very alarming. And so she just keeps like giggling and like, not giggling, but like, okay, well, so anyway, back to the house, back to the metaphor. Do you guys see what's going on? So Yangzi is expressing that he feels frustrated with Eva. So as they're talking about the house, Eva is like, I think it's a metaphor of having a balance inside and outside the house because one part of the seesaw is a house shape. The other part is nothing.
Oh.
So she's like, I think it's a balance of having inside and outside the house, and we don't have a balance.
Like a house versus work.
Yes.
Like a family versus work.
Exactly. And Yangzi is getting frustrated, and he says that, well, Eva just blamed him for everything. Like, she just blamed him for never being home, when in reality, he has to spend a long time outside the house for their business. So he even sent her this picture one time. And this is like a picture that's very emotional to Yangzi. And he brings up this picture multiple times during this episode. And like, I don't like this picture. He sends her a picture of a man, a husband, who's holding up a tray. And he's sweating. It's like a cartoon picture. And he's sweating. His knees are buckling. And he's got sweat pouring out of his eyebrows, his eyes just everywhere. And he's like crumbling. And he's holding up this tray. And on top of this tray is a wife and a child happily embracing with not a single thought in their fucking dome. Not a thought in their frontal lobe. Bliss.
God.
They don't even know if they're standing on a tray or on the fucking solid ground. They don't know anything. They have no situational awareness. They got no thoughts, just vibes, just happiness. They're going to Disneyland.
Oh my God.
That's the picture. And he's like, yeah, I sent her this picture because, you know, she doesn't see what I go through. She's just always yapping about how I'm not coming home, when in reality, I'm doing this so that she and the kids can live in bliss.
That's crazy.
And then Eva hits him with like a, do you think that I don't have a job? Like, I am your job. You don't have a job. You are a Nepo baby. And so she's really calm. She doesn't snap at him. She doesn't talk badly about him. She's very zen. And even then, Yangzi is like, what do you mean? Your job is only good because I did that.
Damn.
He's like, do you remember all the past business failures that you've had? To Eva, he's like, remember all those business projects that you failed on? And then he's always like, you are always too naive. You're always getting scammed by people. I mean, your efforts, like, you're not only hurting yourself, but you're hurting others. And you don't even cherish the blessing that you already have.
Wait, he's saying this right now during the photo shoot?
In front of the photographer and everything.
Dang.
And then he even says, you know, in front of the photographer, if I had someone like me, I would just sit there and be happy. Like, I'd rather be in Eva's position than in my position. No, it's even funnier when you realize like everyone in China loves Eva and knows Eva because she's a talented actress.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
nobody gives a flying fork about Yang Zi.
Yeah, one is a very skilled, talented actress versus the other one is literally everything he's in is a cringe. Like,
Yeah, or it's like he forced his wife to do something with him.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's his business project. That's it. He has no like business project that is not like forcing his wife at gunpoint to be in a live stream with him. And then he starts going on and on about how everyone in Eva's life is always complimenting her about how mature and grown she is and how independent she is. And he's so happy that she seems happy, but he's worried because he does not think that a lot of these things are true. And so these are all misguided conversations that people are having with her, even if it's not true.
wow.
And then he sneers and he adds, whenever Eva tries to think, God starts laughing at her.
Dude, this is some crazy shit, y'all. This is like not even like a regular insult. This is like he's attacking her from the core.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Actually looks down on her as a person.
And it's crazy because everyone thinks he's like the dumbest bitch in the room.
Yes.
Like, this is really the dumbest bitch in the show. And everyone's like, Eva is like the smartest person in the
Yeah.
room. Her EQ is crazy. Remember when she
Yes.
EQ'd Mai into a circle?
Yes.
She was running circles on everyone with her EQ. And then all of a sudden, this guy thinks that he's the smartest one in the room.
Maybe that's how her EQ she like stays low so he can go up, expose himself on TV.
Okay, so that's what everyone was
Right?
thinking, and that's my conspiracy to this day, is that if she and Yang Zi had gotten a divorce without doing this show, which, by the way, plot twist, no, not plot twist, I'm not going to tell you what happens, okay? But if she and Yang Zi got a divorce without going on this show, Yang Zi would have been running his mouth. Yang Zi would have been like,
Yeah.
I did everything. I was doing A,
Yes.
B, C, and D.
Look
and
at
all
me
she
holding up
did-
this tray for them.
Yes, and she would
Yes.
always do this and this and this and this. But now that they've gone on this show, and that's why I feel like every time he says some crazy whack shit, she sits there and she's smiling. And I'm like, why is she smiling?
Yo, imagine what she needs to say to get him on this show.
Oh, she was probably like, everyone's gonna love you.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
he was like, okay. He was like, I can be a badass CEO. I'm in.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I think she got him on this show for that.
That makes so much sense.
Because-
she's like, everything's going according to plan.
Yes, because all the other two wives, every time their husband says some dumb shit, like you can see the confliction in their face. They're like, I'm on national TV. Oh my god, I'm so pissed off. I'm on national TV. I'm so pissed off. Like, it's so hard for
Yes,
them.
okay.
With Eva, it's like,
Hee
I don't know why he just said that. So after he just berates her in front of the photographer, she is like, okay, well, Eva, do you want to say anything? And she says, I have nothing to say. And she looks like she's about to cry this time. Like, I think this time he went so far. It's insane. It's not even just like cringe. Okay, you're the coolest, best CEO dad ever. It's just fundamentally so messed up.
Yeah.
I can't even think of people who genuinely hate me online writing stuff like that, let alone your spouse saying stuff like that.
Yeah, because this is not even about, we don't agree on this. This is like he genuinely just looks down on her as a person. Like,
So the photographer wants him to stand on the other side to equalize the seesaw. And he's so reckless. He's like jumping up and down. He doesn't care if Eva's going to get hurt or not. He's acting like this is just fun. And then when they're done, he says this is very normal for him because he feels the weight of the entire household on his shoulders on a daily basis.
yo, is this person real? Is he real?
Yeah, like, it's crazy. And at one point, he's like so busy trying to lift up the part that Eva's seesaw is on that the photographer at the end is like, did you notice that when you're trying to be so handsome, holding it up by yourself, like showing off your strength, that you're no longer even part of the household? You're no longer even part of the house anymore? And Yang Zi, who was smiling a second ago, he suddenly changes his expression. And he smiles sarcastically. And he goes, what's your last name again? In a very threatening tone, as in like, what's your last name? Because how dare you talk to me like that? And after this, I'm going to find you and I'm going to either get you blacklisted or I'm going to cause some trouble with your life. It was immediate. It wasn't
That
even
is
like
crazy.
casually later, like, oh yeah, what's your last name? Like, do you have an Instagram? How do we follow your work? It was like, and what's your last name?
Wow.
He then later starts saying, like, you just don't get it because you probably are not the one in control of your entire family and your relationship.
To the photographer?
Yeah. And then he's like, I was the one that had to move Eva to a safe place. You know, you just don't get the point. And at this point, the photographer is not even engaging because she's so scared. Like, she looks freaked out. Mind you, she's very young. She's probably new to the industry, too.
You said she's
97.
Oh, yeah.
She's like in her 20s.
Yeah.
And netizens are flooding the comments saying Yangzi is coming off like truly terrifying in this clip. People are saying things like so scary. I felt like the next second Yangzi was about to call the mob on the photographer or something. Mind you, he's a Nepo baby. So his
Yeah.
family does have power. They have wealth. And, you know, people are saying right from the get-go of him asking how old she is, whether she has a boyfriend, already felt gross and creepy, like he's harassing her in front of his wife. And then when he doesn't like her, he switches to just threatening her. After this, it was so bad that audiences started suspecting that this entire clip was scripted. So they're like, well, maybe it's scripted. And then the photographer goes online to say, honestly, there was no script. Otherwise, I wouldn't have looked and felt so awkward. So she's like, no, not today. No one's getting away with this today.
Wow.
So later, when the three couples, they sit together to look at the photos after their photo shoot, they're all sharing the story of like the photo and it's all dramatic and stuff. And Yangzi and Eva, they're talking about it. And initially, all three couples, the other couples, they're like, I know what this is. They didn't get the metaphor of the balancing of the house. They're like, Eva is locked up inside of a bird cage because Yangzi has locked her up inside of a fucking bird cage to perform like a bird. Clipped her wings so that she can't fly.
Okay.
And then even Chill husband is like, it's so clear. Yangzi is the head of the family. He's the most important. And with his strength, he is the only one that can support the entire household. He's saying this fully sarcastically, right? But after hearing this, Yangzi is like, that's right, my man. That's right. You're 100% right. That is exactly my point. In fact, he starts bringing up that drawing again, the cartoon drawing.
Bruh.
And this time he adds a twist to it. With the photographer, there was no twist. This time, the second time he tells the story, he's like, but what you guys don't see and what nobody sees but me is that right behind me is a cliff. So even if I
No fucking way.
even if I stumble a little bit, we're all falling off the cliff. So the pressure is not even just holding them up. The pressure is like, really, you can't even put that kind of pressure into words.
Wow. I don't know. How did they stay married for this amount of time?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
And then the panel,
Like spending 10 minutes with this guy is
Yeah.
going to give me trauma.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then the panel said exactly what I was thinking, which is this is the type of man that you cannot make eye contact with. Okay, I don't know if this is an Asian thing. Please let me know in the comments, right? I feel like it's not an American thing. Because, you know, in Asia, it's like a thing, or at least in Korea, where if there is a guy who is talking the talk but not walking the walk, it's really hard to make eye contact with them. Because I feel like your eyes can immediately say, bitch, I know you're lying. But you're really not trying to do all of that. You're not trying to have a confrontation today. You're just trying to let them yap it out so that you can be like, okay, anyway, moving on, right?
Yeah.
So then you can't even look at them because the minute you look at them, you're going to go, you're just a little liar. I know you don't do that. I know you don't even know how to fold a fucking sock, bitch. Like, that's the vibe. So the panel is like, I can't even make eye contact with this man.
Right. But he probably wouldn't give a fuck either way.
No.
Right?
And then the other couples, they can't even make eye contact with this man. Especially the other women. They're like looking around like, I don't know where to look at this point. At this point, there were points where Chill wife physically puts her hand on her husband's mouth to make him stop talking. Because the more he talks, the more Yangzi talks. She's trying to pinch his lips together like a little duckling because he's just egging on Yangzi at this point.
He's such a troll.
He's
Wow.
such a troll.
And Yance is just like
No.
going for it.
And Mai is like, every time Yangzi starts talking, she has two modes. Either whatever he's saying is clicking with her. And she's like, and she's like listening to her favorite motivational podcast, right? Or she's like suddenly taking in the scenery. There's no in between. It's either I cannot look at this man or this man is me and I resonate so deeply. We should be together. That's it. 2 stages.
So did they clarify what the photos or what the seesaw is, the meaning behind it?
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah. And then Chill Husband is just Chill Husband says, Youngzi, I have a question. I have a question for you, okay? So we're all in this show to talk about our personal flaws. But why is it that every time we talk about you, it's always some glorious image of you, like or a demonstration of your success, or your image comes across so grand, embodying greatness and righteousness. I mean, clearly things are not working out for you, right? So you just make us feel so insignificant and inferior, you know? And then and then this motherfucker, Yangzi, tries to turn everyone back to his side. He says, okay, let me share a story that really was very harmful to me, hurtful. And he says, I remember this like yesterday. Valentine's Day. I don't know how people date someone like this. I'm so lost. Okay, how you even spell Valentine's Day? I carefully arranged a whole Valentine's Day date with Eva and our child, and I asked Eva to come along, and she was like, can I bring my friend? And I was like, okay, fine, bring your friend too. Now, during dinner, I kept getting phone calls for work, obviously. And so I had phone call after phone call after phone call. And when I got back, they're gone. They're all gone. And then I had to go to Eva and I had to spend all night comforting her, calming her down because she was upset with me.
Well, I'm upset with her.
Exactly.
For bringing a friend.
No, because I was so busy trying to hold up our family and the business.
Oh, I see.
Okay. And so then they're like, okay, Eva, tell us your side of the story. And she's like, okay, so here's what happened. I was going to have a Galentine's Day. And then last minute, he was like, hey, just come to this dinner that I arranged.
Galentine is girlfriend
Yeah,
time?
like, you know, and then she's already with her girlfriend made plans. And it's like he didn't even make plans far in advance. So she made plans with her girlfriend to have a Galentine's Day instead of a Valentine's Day. And then all of a sudden, he's like, show up to this dinner spot. And then she was like, I really don't want to go. And then he's like, no, but you have to come and you can bring your friend too. So she's like, okay, fine. I'm sorry, friend. Do you mind coming? And her friend is like, no, it's fine. Let's go. So then they go. And for 2.5 hours, he's on the phone, running in at 2.5 hours. At this point, they've already eaten and they're just sitting there in this empty room while he's outside on a phone call. So then she's like, you know what? This is so annoying. I didn't even want to come in the first place. So let's just go. So then they leave. And she's pissed off because she's like, I didn't even want to go in the first place.
Yeah.
And then he's like mad at her.
Yeah.
And he's like, and then I had to comfort her.
Yeah, and it's a bad look too.
For the friend, yes.
Yeah, for everyone. It's like,
and then it's like your friend probably expected a Galentine's Day where maybe
Yeah.
you're like watching a movie and doing fun stuff and not sitting in this awkward public restaurant where you're just waiting for someone to show up to end the meal.
yeah. What are people saying after that?
And so everyone in the panel was just like, Yangzi draws his own pancakes in the sky. No one even cares about his pancakes but himself. Like, it's crazy. And he says that all he does is run around like hell to make money for this family.
Bruh.
And it's like crazy because we saw you running around on your phone to FaceTime another girl on the show. Don't draw me a pancake in the sky. I do not wish to have IHOP injected into outer space. So everyone just continues questioning. Like, this is so strange. Like, when are you going to finally focus on your family? And he says January 18th. That's the day after this show ends. So everyone's like, you're so weird. You're so weird. And so I'm thinking, okay, the night is going to be over. Everyone thinks Yangzi is a loser and they're going to go to sleep just thinking about, wow, I don't know how this guy made it this far in life. Well, I was wrong because that night, Yangzi, Chill Husband, and Mai decide that they're going to sit around the fire, the three of them, and stay up until 4:30 in the morning to talk about and encourage and praise one another. Mai straight up asks Yangzi, did you grow up with such high EQ or did you develop it later? And she's not fucking around. She's not joking.
Oh my God.
She's not joking. And he said, it developed, you know. I think all of my progress is due to my suffering. And Yangzi decides that this is a really touching conversation. He likes the trajectory. So he immediately starts just taking over. And it's like the 3 problematic guests. So these are the 3 people of the partnerships that everybody hates.
Yeah.
The 3 problematic guests. They gather, stay up all night long, chatting, empathizing with one another, just letting each other be heard and validated. And all the netizens are like, no, see, this is why people are in toxic relationships, because they will go outside, find the other toxic partners, and have a little group therapy. You know, have you seen that TikTok that's just know that the meanest bitch you know in life is in a therapy session right now being validated by her therapist. Okay, just know that. Just know that. And that's what's happening with these toxic couples. Netizens are commenting, Yangzi not only failed to adjust his own sleep schedule, instead he adjusted the schedules of others to him.
Wait, the chill husband didn't call him out?
No, not at all. Yeah, and they said, sorry, the other 3 victims of the relationships actually can't stay up at night and have these little girl chat sessions because they need to recover. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to make it through the next day with their toxic partners. Like, they actually need to recover. Yeah. And then some people are saying, oh, I see. The show started strong. And now we're just all over the place, huh? All over the fucking place. No progress.
So the chill husband, what's their like photo shoot about?
I don't know about their photo shoot because I will say I only listen to the parts where they're screaming at each other.
Okay.
She is very intense and he does not like to do anything. He's the type of guy that will stay in front of his wife.
Yeah.
I don't really think soulmates exist. I think you find a partner and then you just try to find happiness with that partner. That's crazy, first of all. Okay.
Yeah.
And then second of all, he's the type that's like, he doesn't think that relationships need to be hard. And by that, he means if he is doing something his wife doesn't like, and then that makes his life hard, he feels that that's not good.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. I can see that conflict.
Yeah. Not like it makes sense. He doesn't make sense, but like this is a very common fight that I think a lot of people have. So then a lot of people are not as irked by them.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
They just seem like the wrong people perhaps to be in a relationship, but it doesn't seem like, no, these people should just never be in a relationship with anyone. Whereas Yangzi and Mai, like we should lock them up in solitary confinement so that they can never date again if they lose their partner or something happens. Honestly, they should be separated from their partner and locked up for a little bit just to reflect. But the next episode, the couples therapist comes in. She is the woman who comes in to talk to the couple. She's like a celebrity who does all of this. I think she's like a motivational speaker. And she's the one Mai told the infamous green rice cake story to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I still think about that story every time. When you've already told me 10 things to think about at night and I've run through them and they're boring, I reject all of them. I come back to green rice cake story. I come back to this and this is what I doze off into because it was just unhinged, right? Anyway, the same counselor. I think she gets paid to instigate and she does a fantastic job. Phenomenal. She instigates in the right ways. She asks Yangzi and Eva, without your partner, would your life quality go up or down? Eva is honest. She says, I mean, I don't know if that's a great way of answering the question. I don't know if it's up or down, but overall, yeah, of course I'd be impacted. Of course, there would be a lot of impact, but at the end of the day, I mean, I have to move on. I have to keep living. I have kids. So she's being very honest and transparent. She's like, I don't know if it'll get better over time, if it'll be instantly worse. She's just saying clearly there's going to be an impact. I just don't know, up or down.
Yeah.
And she's trying to be very cordial with it. And then this is the part that's so scary. The counselor asks Eva, do you have personal property? She doesn't even know what personal property is. She says, like, what do you mean? Like, under my own name? And they're like, yeah. Well, and she's like, well, I thought everything is community property between me and my husband. She doesn't know how much money they have. She doesn't know the bank account passwords. When she needs money, she goes to him.
No way.
Mind you, she's the one making the money.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
He's in charge of the money. She doesn't know anything. She doesn't know what a personal asset is. She doesn't know anything. And this is when all of the girls, they start giving her like a, oh, well, you should look into it.
Yeah.
You know, and they're giving her that as in like a, no, they're not like shaming her. They're not,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
trying to give her hints in a way that Yangzi doesn't see it clearly of like, get your property.
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
your
yeah.
property and get out, girl. Like that was the vibe. Yeah, even Eva is like asking Yangzi, oh, well, like maybe I should start asking. And he suddenly starts frowning.
That's so alarming. Because they met really young, right?
Yeah, she was really young. Meanwhile, he tells the whole class that nothing in his life would change very much if she vanishes. It doesn't really make much of an impact on him.
其实没啥影响。
And the counselor promptly asks him, then who's going to take care of the kids? And not because like women take care of the kids, right? But because she's so fucking agitated by this guy. Like he's acting like nothing's going to change in my life. But the counselor is like, okay, let me just point out one thing that's going to change. Okay, you're going to be a co-parent. You can't just force your wife to watch the kids. How are you going to watch the kids? And he literally, he looks over at her and says, isn't she going to take the kids?
Oh, shit.
Everybody is speechless. The counselor starts looking up at the stars, waiting for aliens to come and abduct her because she's so over humans. This man keeps going and says, actually, without Eva, I think I have less worries. I would have no worries, in fact. And there is nothing pettier than a flabbergasted auntie, okay? Because the counselor straight up asks him, well, then what about your live streams? They're going to be negatively impacted without Eva because nobody cares about your fucking live streams unless your celebrity wife is in there. And he
TikTok shop.
Yeah, he has the audacity to sit there and say, well, actually, my live streams have more views than hers. And the only reason that I live stream, so he live streams on Eva's account.
Okay.
And he's saying that when she does her own live streams, it has lower viewers than when he's also in the live stream. That
Bruh.
he calls his live stream, even though it's on Eva's account.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So then Mai is looking at Eva like, bitch, you're not going to crash out because I would have crashed out 5 minutes ago. And Yangzi says, in fact, when Eva live streams alone, the comments will say things like, where is Yangzi? Bring Yangzi. Ask Yangzi to come. And I'm like, yeah, they're asking that because you're such a fool. And I feel like I also enjoy watching a fool, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then he's like, the only reason that he needs Eva to live stream, because he can do it by himself, is because he live streams on her account because that's the account that he grew for her. He grew the account for her. And so now he's going to use that account because it has more followers. And it's the platform's rules that if she's not present, then it could be considered impersonation. So it'd be a violation on your account. But she doesn't put in the work. He's the one putting in the work. He says, I hate to explain it, but I have to. Every time I persuade Eva to do the live stream, the energy it takes me to persuade her is far greater than the amount of time that she spends on camera.
Bruh. Then grow your own fucking account then.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. And then at one point, the counselor is like, okay, then can I ask this? Who in the relationship has lost the most? Clearly, everyone in the nation of China can tell it's Eva because he started putting her in so many cringe projects afterwards so that he could be the male lead, even though he sucks at acting and they would get bad ratings. She was so talented. It still is, but before him, she was on like a really fast track trajectory. Yangzi immediately says, no thoughts, just verbalization of words. He says, I think both of us have gained. I mean, neither of us have lost anything. To which Eva just calmly says, I mean, I think that would be me. And he says, what, you lost youth? And she's like, don't be so shallow. I wasn't even thinking that. She would say, I mean, I guess just one of the things I can think of is my family and I are from Shanghai. And although I chose to move to Beijing to leave my family and my comfort there, I mean, that's a loss for me. And everyone's just saying, all the netizens are just commenting. Had this counselor just been anybody else, Yangzi would have asked for her last name too. But she's been like a goat in the industry that he can't dare do anything about her. But she was like egging and she was pushing him too. But the most shocking revelation for netizens is that after all of this, at the very end of the night, when couples are asked to write on the card whether or not they want to get a divorce, Yangzi writes that he does not want a divorce. But Eva writes that she does not want a divorce. After all of this, after he said that when she thinks, God laughs at her.
What? How? Why? What happened? Did she explain?
No.
You couldn't figure it out why she changed her mind that night? Dang.
All the comments are just saying like, hey, counselor says, does your life get impacted if she leaves? Yangzi, no. Eva, then I'm not leaving. Everyone was so upset.
Dang.
But that is where I leave you with part 2 of the Yangzi and Eva Chronicles. Stay tuned for hopefully the last and final part of their chronicles where you'll find out if they stay together or not. You'll also find out some of the crazy stuff that he says, the way that he describes the way his wife looks. Oh yeah. No, you're gonna want to die. Also, I gotta go. I'm getting enraged and I need to start part 3 in a second. Okay, I'll probably start it tomorrow because I need to rest and heal. And by rest and heal, I mean do something else that's not involved with Yangzi and Eva. But stay tuned and let me know your thoughts in the comments and I will see you for part 3, the finale. Bye.